Watch your mailbox as an important letter will be arriving. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now this video is specifically focused on the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries, as an important letter will be arriving at some point over the coming days, weeks, or possibly the next month or two, and this is a very important letter that will require some action on your part, which is exactly why I want to talk through it in great detail here in this video. So let's get into it and talk about what's going on. However, really fast before we do, let me ask you a quick question. Are you looking for honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information each and every day so you can stay posted on what's actually going on and how it may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account? Well, you're in the right place, because that is my dedication to each and every one of you right here in the community, to continuously do all the research, to break it all down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times throughout the day, so you can stay posted on what's actually going on out there and how all this new information is going to impact everything that you have going on in your personal life. And again, anything popping up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of. It's a very busy, confusing, and uncertain time right now, and again, I truly want to help you out in any way that I possibly can. So please make sure to subscribe down below, and I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise, and of course, I'm sticking to it. All right, thanks so much. Subscribe down below, and let's get into it and talk about this letter that will be arriving for about 100 million Americans all across the country. So let me put that into perspective. That is a ton of people, okay? Right now in the United States, the population is about 334 million people. 100 million people, about 1 in 3 people out there will be receiving one of these letters. So again, you can clearly see this is going to impact a huge portion of the population. Now, to be fair, yes, I have talked about this before in other videos. However, I want to bring this to your attention because this is very important, and I know for a fact this letter will be received by some people, and some people will not take action on this. As a result of this, benefits and coverages will be lost, okay? That's why I want to bring this to your attention. Very important stuff going on right now. So, and also I want to point this out as well. I do know for sure as a fact that some of you here in the community have already received this letter, because I've seen it down below in the comment section on other videos, that some of you have reached out and said, I got the letter, I filled it out, sent it back, did all the things that I needed to do to make sure that I'm still covered. Good. That's great, okay? And again, I know that many more people here in the community will be receiving this letter. All right, so here's what it comes down to. Medicaid, not Medicare, Medicaid, okay? I know, we don't want to talk about this that much. It's not a fun, exciting topic. It's not talking about checks arriving in mailboxes and all kinds of stuff like this, but rather it is talking about your healthcare coverages and all kinds of things that are covered under Medicare. Medicaid. There I am, confusing myself. Sorry, I meant to say Medicaid, okay? Medicaid, not Medicare. All right, so anyway, sorry. Had to kind of pound that into my own head here because obviously I'm getting myself confused now. All right, sorry. Anyway, Medicaid. Here's what it is. You will be receiving a letter from your state, okay? So here's what's interesting about Medicaid. It's a federally funded program, but it is administered on the state-by-state level, just like a lot of these other programs that are out there. Well, as a result of the Public Health Emergency Declaration being canceled, as in it was passed through Congress about, I don't know, a month and a half or so ago, and it was signed into law by the president. In other words, canceling immediately the Public Health Emergency Declaration. Well, long story short, what that simply means is that all these states across the entire country will need to start purging people off of Medicaid and making sure that they are actually eligible for these coverages, okay? So simply, long story short, what this simply means is that virtually everybody is going to be asked to re-enroll in Medicaid across the entire country to determine eligibility. Now, for basically 3 years of time, since early 2020 until about a month and a half or so ago, about 3 years, a little bit more than 3 years. During that time, nobody could be taken off of Medicaid. People could enroll in Medicaid, but nobody could be removed from Medicaid because of the Public Health Emergency Declaration being in place. Well, as a result of that being canceled, now the provisions have changed, okay? Now they can start unenrolling and basically purging people off of Medicaid, okay? Long story short, what this simply means is of those 100 million people that are enrolled in Medicaid, about anywhere between about 6.3 and about 25 million people are going to be losing Medicaid coverages. Now, why do I say such a wide spread there? Because literally every article, every piece of information that I research on this and look up gives a different range of people. But I would say on the very low end, 6.3 million people. But most of this, the predictions that I've seen out there are coming in anywhere between about 15 to 18 million people are going to be losing Medicaid coverages because when they are asked to re-enroll, some people, unfortunately, won't communicate back and therefore being unenrolled. In other cases, maybe they're not eligible because of household size, because of income status, because of a variety of different aspects like that. As a result, some people will be losing Medicaid coverages permanently, okay? That's why I'm saying it. This letter is so incredibly important because it's going to be asking you a series of questions. Things like, probably your name, your address. Obviously, they know that stuff if they're contacting you, but they're probably going to ask for like date of birth, household income, household size, maybe other benefit programs that you're enrolled in. They're going to be asking a variety of questions. Again, I'm not exactly sure which each individual state is going to have because since this is a federally funded program administered on the state-by-state level, it simply means that each state is probably going to have their own form to fill out. Long story short, which is, they're going to ask you to fill out the form. If you don't fill out the form and get it back to them, you're basically going to lose Medicaid coverages, okay? Now, again, I'm not here to scare anybody. I'm just simply telling you, this is what they've been saying out there. These are the headlines that are popping up talking about this and why I want to bring it to your attention and why I'm making such a big deal about this because let's just fast forward 3 months. Let's just say that you think that you're enrolled in Medicaid, right? Something happens. You pull out your Medicaid card at the doctor's office or something like this and say, here's my card. And they pop it into the system and they say, hey, I'm sorry, but you're not covered. And you think, are you kidding me? What happened here? Why am I not covered? Why did they remove me? Oh, it's because I didn't fill out that paperwork they sent me. That's probably why, okay? That's what I'm pointing out here and why this is so important because if you're a low income or fixed income beneficiary and you are eligible for Medicaid, you want to make sure that you remain covered by Medicaid and not possibly fall through the cracks as in if you didn't fill out the form, if you didn't fill out the communication, things like that. So that is why this is so incredibly important, okay? And why I'm making such a big deal about it because we wouldn't want to fast forward at some point in the future, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months down the road and realize, oh no, I'm not covered anymore, okay? That'd be a bad situation for a lot of people, okay? So anyway, they've indicated that these forms will be going out basically through April. Now, obviously, I know we're well beyond April at this point. I get that. But it started in April, and it's going to extend through about July. These are the months that these forms will likely be going out, according to everything that I'm researching on this, okay? So apparently, pretty much everybody across the country will be getting this. Now, again, they've also indicated 13 states out there do have electronic communication. So maybe you'll get a physical letter, like a paper letter in your mailbox. Some people may be receiving electronic communication. Either way, just watch for something, okay? If you're enrolled in Medicaid, you're probably going to receive something. You might want to take action on that. Of course, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm not here to force anybody to do anything. That's not my style. But I'm here to bring you the information, and I want to keep you posted on what's actually going on. So this is the important detail that I wanted to bring to your attention, okay? So anyway, watch for a letter. If you get it, you might want to take action on it relatively quickly based on whatever they're asking from you. If you don't get a letter, then again, just kind of hang tight here. Depends on which state you're located in. It could be sometime soon, this month. It could be sometime out in July, sometime then that you receive a letter, sometime in June, things like this. Again, it's going to be different for a lot of different people, depending on the state. They didn't really give an exact list of states as far as, this state's going to send out their letters this time. But basically they said, between April and July is when all these communications will go out. So that's why I'm talking about this, because it is pretty important stuff. At least I think it is, which is why I'm trying to bring it to your attention. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm here to bring you the information, here to break it down as simple as I possibly can, to help you out in any way that I possibly can through this very confusing time as things are changing very rapidly. So please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below as well. If I see any questions down below, again, if I see the same questions coming up time and time again, I will try to make a dedicated video talking about that to help you out as much as possible. Otherwise, I do read as many comments as I can. Otherwise, enjoy your day. I hope this one helps you. And again, I'm not here to scare anybody, but rather to keep you informed of what's going on and these communications that will be going out and why we need to act on them. So anyway, enjoy your day. Thanks again for joining me. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Take care, have a good one, and catch you again later.